Are we there?
Hey, baby, we live, baby.
Yeah.
Peter,
Yeah. Oh, I
Piper,
saw it
pick
go.
That's my man, Dan.
We're Ethernetted in.
Are those guys still going?
Who?
Hey, baby, we live, baby. Oh, man. Oh, damn, baby, you a criminal, baby. Oh, man, baby.
Probably not, right? Oh, yeah.
They're probably. I hope they're like still doing good. I hope they don't pull that out too often. As much as it makes me happy, I've watched like 40 minutes of We Live Babies, and it makes me very happy.
Do it.
Yeah.
Adam has been following us, subscribed to us for 2 months.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, no.
Adam just resubbed. Thank you.
No, anytime.
You can thank him in person. Okay. Welcome to the Lifecast, episode 85.
Yeah.
How's it going, everybody?
Going good.
It's going good.
It's going great.
Good. Today we have Adam,
Hi.
Greg,
Yo.
and Dan
Yo.
on the microphones, aside from myself, your host, Deanna Manassian.
Wait, you don't have a microphone?
I said aside from myself.
So you
I'm
don't
an
have
English
one.
major. I know how it works. How's it going? Have you guys played games?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like a lot of them.
I don't think I have this week, actually.
We'll sprinkle.
Oh, wait, no, I did. I can talk about Dream Daddy.
Oh, you're the one streaming Dream Daddy. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can talk about Warframe a little bit more.
Yeah.
But
So we'll just sprinkle one game at a time. So like you can talk about one thing and then. I'll
okay,
talk.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go first?
I played Dream Dougie. Dream
Dougie.
Dream
See,
Donkey.
this happened a lot last night
Teach me
because
how
I
to
was
daddy.
really
Teach me how to daddy.
I was really tired and I had to fill in for Pat on the Codecast. So instead of coding, Nugget and I played Dream Daddy together. We built
It's like-
two
it's like the
dads.
same thing. You
Two
built
old dads?
built two dads.
Yeah, and we named two dads. One of them we named after you. One of your
Oh,
Shadowrun
hi.
characters.
Oh,
Wolfhard.
Okay.
Wolfhard Humphrey.
Wolfhard Humphrey. Oh yeah, that was my character's real name.
Yeah, in Shadowrun.
Which
But
one?
You're gonna use him again.
Joy.
Wolfhard Humphrey.
Yeah, you're gonna
What
use
an
him
amazing
again.
name.
Yeah.
We're still working on that.
I mean, no, it
We
isn't.
need to retcon a lot of things. Anyway, we did Hugo's storyline, and also
That's a teacher.
the teacher.
Yeah.
And we did Robert's storyline, and we skipped
That's
through
the
like
preppy guy.
no,
Damn.
that's the cryptid guy, bad dad,
bad.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
biker dad.
The
leather
like,
jacket daddy.
leather jacket.
Yeah.
dark skin.
Yeah. Yes. I really liked Hugo's timeline because it was fantastic. We went to trivia night on our first date and got a cheese platter, and then he showed me his wrestling figure collection, and it was adorable. And then we kept doing trivia. I don't know what the second date was. It was kind of a blur.
It was the aquarium.
No, the first date was the aquarium.
First date was
the
the
first date
aquarium?
I was
Okay.
chaperoning for with him.
Okay.
Because middle schoolers are demons. And then
It's true.
It's true. And then the second date was the cheese platter. And the third date, we got tickets to a wrestling show and went to the wrestling show, and it was fucking adorable. It
Yeah,
was
that
so
was a really
cute.
good one. That was definitely one of like the standout ones.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
And then Roberts made me feel so bad for him.
I don't think I actually got like the S ending one for Robert.
Oh,
think
okay. I
just-
looked it up because
yeah.
I didn't want to.
I didn't want to redo it.
Yeah. So the way you're supposed to like get his S ending is you're not supposed to sleep with him on the first night.
Oh well, I did that immediately because like why wouldn't you? It's like oh hey
Yeah.
fuck yeah sure.
Yeah.
It's like, sorry, they had a similar thing in Mass Effect 2 with Jack, the bald like crazy chick.
Yeah.
She kind of like because there's like a deepening of like friendship levels in Mass Effect 2.
Yeah.
And one of her things, she's like, "Hey, you want to fuck?" And if you do it, she just like, doesn't talk to you for the rest of the
Oh
day.
cool.
Yeah, that's how Robert's thing goes.
Yeah.
And he's concerned about being like how he was a shitty dad and a shitty husband, and he just kind of like existed and then left.
Oh, okay.
And his daughter wants to patch things up.
Okay.
So you don't like end in a relationship with him. You just end as really good friends, and if it progresses, if he wants to, that option's open.
Do you usually meet
Okay.
the daddy's children?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your daughter becomes really good friends with all of the dad's kids.
Okay, that makes sense.
Do you meet Robert's kid?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't get that.
And I love her.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all I can say. It's a cute game. It's a cute little visual novel. It's written in a very memey way but
I mean,
but
Yeah.
it doesn't. It holds up,
Yeah, it's
which is weird.
it's not
It's not like
Like-
overly.
it's not overbearing in any way.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of like there.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's shoving it in your face all the time. Although the puns get to be a little much sometimes, where it's like,
Yeah.
just shut up.
Yeah. But other than that, it was good.
Yeah, it's
Like
it's
they handled it real well.
Yeah, it's a neat little thing that could have used a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mini games were not super, and I found a lot of typos in Hugo and Robert's lines specifically. In the English teacher's storyline. Are you fucking serious?
The brutal irony. I have been playing a new video game. It is called The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Ooh, that
shit.
just came out.
Yeah,
Just
I've
came
been.
out.
Same with Dream Daddy. They both came out this week.
Yeah.
We love new games on the podcast. So Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, what's up?
What is there to say that has not already been said? Probably that this is one of the dumbest video games I've ever played in my entire life, and I mean that in the best way. You can bullshit every single thing
Everything.
in this video game.
Yeah.
You can just kind of go like, oh, my goal is to get up there. I will do that somehow. I will just like MacGyver my way up there. Like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, it's raining. I have to find another path. Or I'm just gonna throw my head at this mountain and like try to like maybe store enough stamina to climb up there. Maybe make enough food so you can heal your stamina to get all the way up there and find some weird random bullshit. It's just so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, so I talk about this all the time because no one seems to understand. But the reason we're in this open world craze right now is because of Skyrim. Skyrim sold like fucking crazy. So now the dumb suits who don't actually understand video games, they see, what did that game do? It had a very big map. So we've been making games with large maps for a while. But the reason Skyrim is a good game, as much as it pains me to say that, the reason Skyrim is a good game is because there's a fuckload of what we call player agency. The reason they make an open world game is because it's easier to squeeze, or it's easier to create player agency in an open world game. But what every open world game in the past like 5-6 years has done is they make the open world, but they don't actually give you any player agency. Enter Zelda. The designers at Nintendo are pretty much the best we got. So they looked at the problem very simply. We have an open world. What does that allow us to do? Oh, it allows us to make dumb shit happen. So dumb shit happens literally all the fucking time. One of my favorite examples of how you can bullshit everything in this game is, so there's this like weird, those like old school, like, it's kind of hard to describe, but it's like just like those shitty toys that would be like, you have a little silver marble and you would like rotate it around a maze to get it to the end. They pretty much have that like as a puzzle. So you move the switch, you move like the whole switch itself, and it uses the gyros, and you're rotating as a ball and rotating the ball towards the end. I was trying to get through the maze and I kept falling through the holes. I got really pissed. So I tilted my switch completely vertically. I caught the ball on the side of the maze. So it's like the maze was flat, and then I turned it vertically, caught the ball on the side of the maze, and just tilted it and had the ball fall off the rail into the hole.
Yeah.
I just bypassed the entire maze. That's so fucking dumb. Like, why is a Zelda game like the best like physics puzzle game since Portal? Like,
Yeah.
what world are we living in? Like, it's
Yeah. My favorite one of that to always go back to is the one I was telling you about when you told me the story last week.
yeah.
It was so there's a puzzle where you need to get electricity from one side to the other. So
I had a heart attack, just so you know.
at least it was sealed. And even if it fell, it's not like it would hit equipment. Just you, just all fucking over you.
I still had a heart attack, but go on.
Yeah. But yeah, like one of my favorite things to talk about with Zelda is just this. There's what are they even, shrines?
Yeah.
Shrines, yeah.
Where you need to get electricity from one side to the other. And what someone did was they just got like a fuck ton of lightning swords. And instead of doing the entire puzzle and like putting it all together, they just laid out lightning swords across the entire level and got it to the other side. Oh, and it's like one of the coolest things ever, because it's like you never fucking think that.
Yeah. And it's just, there's just so much where it's just like, oh, hey, they want me to clearly do this like convoluted puzzle bullshit, but it's just like I will just take the ball, I'm gonna use magnesis on the cube and just like slowly but surely carry the ball to its destination instead of doing your dumb puzzle. And it's just like the fact that they allow, so it's like it works really well because I'm really fucking stupid, specifically when it comes to puzzles. Like I'm smart in the I can remember information, terrible in the problem-solving dimension. So what this game allows me to do is kind of brute force puzzles by being really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Instead of doing their easily laid out puzzles, I can just do terrible things.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And it's not like brute forcing it in a way where it's just like...
Yeah, it allows me to be creative and fix it in my own very stupid way.
Like it's letting you do all those things.
Yeah. And it's
just, man.
It's fucking brilliant. My only real issue with the game is... my only like big issue. There's lots of like tiny nitpicks that don't really matter. My biggest issue is weapon degradation.
Yeah, it's not necessary.
It's just it bothers me so much because the armor system in the game is fantastic. It feels good. You get new clothes when it's fashion. Everyone loves like the fashion aspect of getting new clothes. You go to the guy, you can dye it all.
Yeah,
it's like it feels
make
great.
Everything pink.
And then you could go to the ferry. You search for certain items to upgrade your armor. Perfect system that you could have just used with the weapons in the game.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is design certain enemies to be like weak or maybe a spear would be useful against the Zalfos because they like to scurry around and shit. Like that's all you need to do. Instead, we have this very sort of like. It's just not cool. So I remember one time, speaking of doing dumb bullshit, randomly climbed a mountain, found a mountain-sized sword. At the base of the sword, I found a sword. A very powerful, very just strong, great sword. I swung it around. I picked it up, walked around the corner, found like a camp of like 8 Lizalfos. I fought them, and my sword broke. And it's just like what a cool moment that would have been to be like, oh, I randomly scaled a mountain, found a dope fucking sword. Like, and I get game balance or whatever, but that's literally why you have the Great Fairy development system. Yeah. You can just have it so, like, you can upgrade the weapon. Maybe it has a special effect. Maybe it deals lightning damage, so you'll bust it out when you find someone that's weak to lightning. There's so many ways it could have been done better, and it just bothers me because the armor system is perfect. It's just, you get to pick whatever outfit you want, develop it by going out and finding the materials that you need to, and with the whole Sheikah scanning system, it's, like, really straightforward. And it's...
Yeah. When I played Breath of the Wild, around when it first came out, that was the thing that like deterred me from the entire game.
Yeah.
So, I understand the gripe.
Yeah. It's definitely a mechanic they didn't need.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was cool. It was cool for like the first little bit. Like I remember when I was like, you first get out the cave.
Yeah.
And it's like, you fight some of the dumb goblin boys and you pick up their thing and throw it at them. Like, that was fun. And it was just like the better, like, I keep getting legendary weapons of my champion allies and they break. And it's like, it hurts me. I don't want to use their weapons. Yeah. Like, I wish I could put them in a chest or something, hold them safe. Like memories of my friends.
Well, you can. So, there's no chest, but you can buy a house at some point. In the little town with Loop Martin. I forget her actual name, but she reminds me of Loop Martin.
Dude.
The little scientist.
Oh, the Snap?
Yeah.
Yes.
Her. Yeah. And
she was my favorite part about this game, not gonna lie.
I forget her actual name. But I played this game with fucking March.
She's Impa's sister, that's all I remember.
Yeah. But you can get a house in that town. And you can have them put up like practically frames for your weapons. And that's what I did with all of them. I didn't use them. Like, I didn't use these cool weapons with cool abilities because I know the one from the fish people that freezes people, and that would have been a cool thing to use.
Yeah.
But, they break so quickly. So I just ended up putting all of them in my house to display.
Yeah.
I think I would have preferred selective durability. Like, the legendary weapons don't break, but, like, sticks and stuff.
That would have been nice.
Yeah, because, like, all you need to do to balance it is, like, maybe, you can keep all the shitty weapons breakable, but, like, the legendary stuff, just have it so you need to develop them. Be like, you go to the Zora land, you get the cool trident.
Or, like, have it so that it like the Bloodborne system where it dulls and eventually does less damage. Yeah. I don't know if that's what you meant, but instead of, like, breaking completely.
Yeah, that'd be cool, too. It's just like, oh, now you have to go to pay some rupees to get it fixed or something. But it's just like... Yeah. The other thing that I just noticed about this game is just a lot of. So it's like one of the things like people like criticize about like Disney and Pixar stuff is like, oh, all the girls look the same. There are like so many like diverse looking just like female characters in this game.
Totally.
They got like tall, ugly, short, fat, thick, and it's just like it's just cool. Like I love the Great Fairy. She's just
and even the variety within the Great Fairies.
Yeah,
and they all look different.
And it's just like you just walk around, you see like a cool, just like built chick walking around. You see like a small, just like grown woman who's like 4 feet tall. And it's just like, she's just doing her own thing. And it's just like, it's just cool to finally see that variety in a Nintendo game. And everybody shits on Nintendo because Princess Peach gets captured or whatever. But it's like, it's just cool to see like the Gerudo are just all like 7 feet tall, buff ass chicks.
They're all fucking dope.
And it's like the variety in the Hylian women is just like crazy.
Yeah.
And now I also love I still haven't figured it out yet, but like how the Gerudo city, they don't allow men, but there's just Gorons walking around. And they're just like, we don't know why they let us say. Also, the other thing is I love how funny this game is. There's just everyone there's just so much just like dumb shit. You just walk around and people are just like they just have like these small like just asinine problems that just really don't matter in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
It's just adorable. Just one last thing I have to say about this game is that having someone stand in front of the store and say hello, that really works.
Yeah.
Just every single time someone says hello to me as I walk by their store, I walked into the store.
Yeah.
I am being mentally manipulated by sprites in a video game, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. They're very welcoming.
Yeah, that's all I have to say. Fantastic game. I have to beat it. Oh, sorry, last thing. I love how every memory feels like a level 20 like D&D campaign. Like you go back and you're talking to like there's like it feels like there's so much history with you and the champions.
Oh yeah.
Like they have like that camaraderie that just like it feels like you guys have been through some shit.
Yeah.
And there's always that somberness that comes with it because they're all dead.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm just like, oh, I don't like.
Yeah,
how this, like,
it's nice.
It's weird. It's like the fact that they didn't like almost like usually it's like, oh, I have no connection with these characters. They don't matter to me. But like, there's something about like the way they handled it that I was like, I felt bad for Link almost.
Yeah.
Whereas it's like I wasn't hurt, but I was like, man, Link lost like everyone. Like this was like his family.
He felt like a real part of the world.
Yeah.
Instead of just a husk.
There's always just like that snap back at the end of all of them to just nothing, to just like complete like everyone's like uproarious and laughing. They're like, oh, we're gonna kill Ganon or whatever, and then it's just nothing. Like it goes back and you're just like, oh, we're back to barren nothingness. And I think that difference like really means a lot.
Yeah. I guess that's all I have to say. Also, fuck the Master Sword. I was going with the stamina build so I could increase the levels of bullshit I could do.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I put like a few into health and then just went all stamina so I could climb shit.
Yeah.
And then turns out you need a lot of health to wield the Master Sword.
You can swap them temporarily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the same
in
village.
Loopmont Town.
Yeah.
there's like a statue.
That's a city. I need to explore that city.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a false statue.
Yeah, there's a false statue. It looks a little evil.
Okay.
Yeah. For money, you can switch them.
Yeah, you can just you can switch them right back. Yeah, you sell it
That's what I did to get the Master Sword. Because
Yeah,
I was pretty even on stamina and health.
I ended up needing like a couple more to do it, and I'm like, oh, I need to do this to progress. So let's just swap them out real quick. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens as you progress to see if you still keep up.
I'm still halfway through.
Yeah.
I'm about halfway through. I did 2 dungeons. I'm starting the bird one now. I did Gerudo and Zora.
Okay.
Almost everyone I talked to has done Goron like third or last.
Yeah, I did Goron last.
I did the Gerudo first specifically because it was like you start on like the right side of the map and the closest one is the Zora. Mm-hmm. So I was like, fuck that. You can't tell me what to do. So I went to the opposite side of the world, walked for like 2 hours. Like I can't keep up with the horses. Like I just love going through mountains. Yeah. So it's like I just leave my horse behind.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
I've been on my horse for like 5 minutes maybe. Yeah. My whole playtime. I named him Dorcas.
Nice.
I think I named mine all people names, but I forget what they were now.
I have 3 horses. One's named Dorcas, the other one's Penelope, and the third one is Dorcas.
Oh, Dorcas.
Yeah, that's all I have to say more about the WoW for now. It's a great game. I hate how many good games there are this year. Goaty is very hard.
It's gonna be harder and harder.
Yeah, it's gonna just keep going. Wolfenstein's coming out this Friday. Odyssey's coming out this Friday.
I'm excited to play Wolfenstein.
Yeah,
I'm excited to play both of them. I'm gonna play both of them. Absolutely.
I really want to play both. I want to play the first one, the first Wolfenstein, but I don't think I can.
Yeah, the new
Too
one.
late.
I don't think I can.
Or
I'm just gonna
the one
play
before that.
I'm just gonna have to play the new one and be like, and then I'm never gonna be able to play the first one. I'll be like, wow, this is worse than the second one.
Just fill in the blanks.
Yeah,
The Nazis are bad.
it's just like
Hot political takes.
Yeah. In 2017, this is a hot political take. Nazis are bad, weirdly enough.
yeah, I'm not. Yeah, that end of the Goaty is gonna be pretty tough.
I'm excited for it though.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Can't relate.
Yeah, you decide you Goaty March or some shit.
And it's been hard to dethrone it, so. What's up, guys? Dan, you played some Gundam.
Yeah, I played a lot of Gundam Versus over the weekend.
Cool.
It's really, really good.
Care to explain?
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah, I'm gonna do that one day. I'm gonna be like, care to explain? It's just a good game.
I feel like I've done that before.
I feel like everyone has at least once.
has to have been, right?
Yeah.
Not me. I'm very long-winded. But I want to.
Yo, what's up, Dan?
Just pick your
Okay.
game.
So yeah, Gundam Versus is really, really good. If you've ever played like, I don't know, I guess like Virtual-On or Ultimate Ninja Storm, you kind of know how it plays like.
Oh God. I've played Ninja Storm. I don't know if I would.
It's not like exactly like that,
It's like
but like it's
camera wise.
yeah.
Okay.
It's very movement heavy. It's a lot of baiting and punishing. It's you have a boost gauge which you use to zoom around the map and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And like you can also walk, but it's actually just the worst option in the game, so you just don't do it.
Yeah, I've seen it. And that's how it is in actual Gundam shows too. Like, I've never seen a Gundam walk fast, and I never want to.
No, they don't walk fast in Versus. So
Yeah.
Sounds horrifying.
Yeah. Big things walking fast is like,
It's a new kind of hell.
yeah, it's just like, it's the horror that you wouldn't see in a horror movie. There's something like really scary about something just moving quickly.
Yeah.
Like, sorry to interrupt.
It's
but
all
I always
good.
talk about this all the time. Is the episode where SpongeBob and Patrick make fun of Texas. And they're running away, and then Sandy's like, she like gains on them in like 3 seconds. Like that shit's really scary. Like, you're like there's something like it's like it's like I don't know the word, but it's like that like hopelessness of like I'm already running as fast as I can. You look back and it's just gaining on you. That's just like you're fighting flight. It's like fuck, I'm already flighting. I don't know what to do. But yeah, please continue.
All right. So in Gundam Versus, you have a burst gauge, which boost gauge that lets you like zoom across the map, and you have like a finite amount of boost before you're forced to land. And the name of the game is to conserve your boost while still remaining mobile, while also keeping track of how much your opponent is boosting, waiting for when they run out of boost, and then capitalizing and punish off of their landing.
Okay.
And that's the entire game. And each mech, of which I believe there are over 100, have various tools to like actually do this. So like,
Do they also have like various like boost like lengths and stuff like that? Like a statistic thing, or is like generally everyone like boosts for the same like duration?
generally everyone boosts for the same duration. The speed at which they boost is different,
Yeah.
but like generally each boost will last about like 8 to 10 seconds.
Okay.
And so the options these mechs have, you have your basic your basic shot, your basic melee, and you have like various like special attacks you can do. Generally, they have 3 special attacks and an assist, which you pick before the match starts. And it's a 2v2 game. You can do 1v1, but it's supposed to be 2-on-2 competitively. And
Cool.
generally,
I love like team fighting game. I just love like just like team sports in general. So it's like I love when one of my favorite things, fighting games, can be turned into a team sport.
and generally speaking, you have one point character who does the majority of like the actual like fighting and damage, and you have a support character in the back who's trying to make sure your point character it doesn't get demolished. So like me, I play right now. I'm playing the Sinanju on point and gun cannon on support, but I still play my gun cannon like he's on point anyway.
That sounds like me.
Let me tell you something. I have perfected the melee range suit. So like gun cannon is a shooting type, which means he's supposed to stay in the back and shoot his guns and keep doing that and never go in. I exclusively go in.
So you gotta get in there for that point blank laser blast.
And it always works because nobody expects it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's generally how the game goes, and you have like a fuck ton of things to help balance it out with the 80 to 100 plus character roster. Because each team has a resource meter of 1,000, and each mech takes up a certain amount of resources whenever they're destroyed, and that's their grade. So it's like you have 200, 300, 400, and 500 grade mechs. A 500 grade will take half your resources away on death, but they're also like super powerful.
Yeah.
Whereas a 200 or 300 grade can die like 4 or 5 times in a match and, keep going, but it's like really weak in comparison. So that's how they kind of balance it out, and it's really, really cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, it does sound interesting.
Can you say like do 3 300s and then a 500? Like so you would be sitting at 100 resources left, and then you just kind of say, "Fuck it, I'm going 500 now." Or
not really, because that resource meter is like for the match, and you're locked into your character once you pick.
Oh.
So like, if you pick a 500, you can die once before you lose.
Okay.
End of discussion.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought you'd be able to switch characters.
Yeah, I thought it was like a life bar situation.
It's a collective like team life bar.
Yeah.
So like each mech has their own.
But you can
life.
only pick one mech per team.
No, you can have double mechs, but it's a bad idea.
Okay.
Because that's not how the game synergy works.
Okay.
So like you can have like the point character would be like a 500 and the support character would be like a 200 or 300.
Yep.
So that means that
Each can die once, but if you die again with either character, you're game over.
kinda.
Okay.
Because when they die, they take up that resource and then they respawn. So like if the point dies once, that effectively means that either the support can die twice, or it means that the point can die one more time.
Okay.
So generally speaking, it's the support's job to like get in the way and like die for the point, so that way they keep the resources.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's really, really cool. And there's a fuck ton of movement tech. Like there's like an obscene amount of movement tech in this game.
I fucking love movement tech. Like just fucking moving.
Yeah.
Wolfborg,
just
thank
feels
you.
good.
Thank you for the
That's why I
2-month
play
resub.
Smash.
Yeah.
Like literally, it's just there's something about just like okay, that guy's really far away. I'm gonna have to do like 8 things to get over there. Like that's always satisfying, and it's always gonna be satisfying.
Yeah, they added this thing in the new one where it's like when you reach, when you're in the air and you run out of boost, you just drop, and there's nothing you can do about it, and you're like super open. So what you can do instead of like just letting yourself fall is you have this boost dive, which if you like just flick the right stick, you just boost back down to the ground, and when you land, you regain your boost gauge. So like mixing up your movement with like different dodge rolls and boosts and jumps and boost dives in like various fashions is like just how you play the game.
Sounds dope.
Yeah. It's really, really good. But the ranked is terrible. Like, I don't know what it is, but I don't think they designed ranked matchmaking. Player matches work great. Player matches are perfect. Ranked? I was put up against the same 2 people 15 times in a row.
Oh boy.
I was hearing Andrew talk about that earlier. Like you started to know everybody on the ladder.
We started to know everyone on the ladder because they just kept pairing us up with the same people.
And I was expecting like 3, 4.
No,
Boy said 15.
I played literally
1 to 5.
20 matches, and 15 of them were against the same 2 people.
That's amazing.
That's
It was
crazy.
like a Nightingale and a Death Scythe, and it was just them 15 times in a row. It was terrible, and everyone I went up against also just had like, there was no correlation to the ranks anyone is with each other. Like you'll be like a rank 1 and you'll be put on the same team as like a rank 20.
Okay.
But you'll be in like a 4-person like party because 2 teams with, and like all 4 of you will have like different places on the ladder, like entirely. It's like absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
So there's 0 matchmaking.
Yeah.
Is it just like there's just not enough players? Is that
Yeah,
kind of
that's
thing?
what I was gonna ask.
No.
Or are there a lot of players?
Yeah,
There's-
it seems like
a-
there's a lot of hype.
Yeah, there's
and a lot of people
There's
playing
a
the game.
good amount of people playing the game. It's not like
Okay.
there's a lack of players.
Okay.
It's just
Like,
ranked
in
as
order
bad.
for that to be a problem, like you would need like a very small player.
Yeah.
Lots of times, like we got the misconception that you need like a huge player base, or else just like no, you just like
You just
like
need
1,000 players and you'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Exactly. And if
Unfortunately,
you go
not
into
every
player
game can do
matches,
that.
like you can get a bunch of different matches with a
Okay.
bunch of different people at any time.
Okay, so it's actually just like
Yeah, it's actually just
problem.
ranked as just
Yeah.
terribly designed.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe it's like, oh, you'll have a good connection. They're nearby. It's like, yeah, but
Yeah, but
it's like, yeah, but
it also takes an eternity to find a ranked match, which makes it even more sad when you get put up with the same people 15 times. 'cause
Oh,
it's
you're
like,
expecting-
wow, you're searching all over the world to put me up against the same person I literally just fought.
no, yeah, I remember I climbed up pretty high in the Soul Calibur 4 like rank
Yeah.
thing, and so like I know that feeling of just like fuck this guy. Like, like say those like 15. I don't know how your matches went, but like say like you're in that position and like those guys are like way better than you, and it's just like fuck, I'm gonna lose again. It's just like it just keeps happening. I know that feel. I was friends with like the one Astaroth who just spammed unblockables, and I just wasn't good enough. Fuck you, disintegrate.
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 Yeah, I fucking love Astaroth. He's so good. But yeah,
anything-
that's Gundam Versus.
Okay.
Also, I'm going to be streaming it on Tuesday.
Oh shit! That's
Plug.
the day this podcast comes out. When does
Alright.
the eating start?
yeah, you missed it. Sorry, buddy.
we
We should probably change that.
I
huh?
thought I did change it.
Sorry about that. You missed
Oh no,
it.
I never hit update. I'm sorry.
We had Mexican food.
Yeah, I have a like memory of typing it in, but I never changed it. Sorry, dude.
But yeah, Gundam Versus seems like, just from what I've seen, it seems like a lot of fun
It's
actually. Like,
really fun.
I want to try it out at some point.
Yeah.
I pretty much like had the goal to like play every like genre of fighting game.
Yeah.
Like I just find fighting game design so interesting.
Yeah.
And yeah. So
Yeah.
I need to dip my toes into everything.
Yeah. I can bring in Gundam Versus like any day.
Awesome.
So
Friday.
It seems like there's no shortage of copies of that game. It seems like everyone is bringing
literally
it
everyone has it.
in. Yeah.
No one has Marvel Infinite.
Weird. You know, like a few weeks ago, I said, I'm like, oh, I'm going to bring Marvel Infinite one day, but like, not buy it. I feel like my Redbox down the street has it. I'm like, I'm going to bring that in one day. And then I just never did because I didn't fucking want to.
It I remember a couple of weeks ago, apparently Caleb like shares a PSN with his friend or something, and he was asking him, "Yo, should I buy the new Senran Kagura or should I buy Marvel Infinite?" And his response was, "Don't buy Marvel Infinite. I'll buy Senran Kagura."
Amazing.
Yeah.
No.
Adam.
You've played a game.
Yeah, I played a lot of games last week because I was sick for 4 days. So I had a lot of time with my computer chair and some controllers. Well, we'll start off. We'll probably go back and forth. But A Hat in Time was the thing I want to talk about probably the most. I both started and finished that in like 2 days.
It's fantastic.
And then I just like 100%ed it right after.
Yeah.
Like it was one of those things where I played through that game and I'm like, fuck. I want to keep playing, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna 100% it, and then I 100%.
That's what I
it.
did.
Yeah.
I beat the game and then I just started a new save.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, like I've honestly been considering I'm also playing through South Park, But, and I'm like halfway through South Park, I'm like, man, I want to play Hat in Time again. And like that doesn't happen very often with me. So it's a nice little change.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hat in Time hits this market that not a lot of games tend to, where it's so the early stages of the GameCube had lots of just like licensed platformers that weren't all that great, but they were charming and they were fun.
Yeah.
But the quality of them was like fucking terrible. But you were having a good time with them because, you know, they just looked cool and the writing was fun. And A Hat in Time like strikes a lot of those chords with me, where it very much reminds me of that era of platformers.
Yeah, I like literally. I just remembered it right now. Because like I always forget about like just like that just like short era, because it was like there's a whole bunch of platformers on 64 and they're all garbage except Super Mario.
Yeah.
Like most games on 64 were bad because we were still figuring out 3D.
Yeah.
So just like terrible games. But like that early GameCube, yeah, there was actually like they weren't amazing games by any means, but like they started to figure out how to like make 3D platformers. And this definitely feels like it was made. Yeah. It feels like this is like a lost game that we just found.
Absolutely. Like it's very much made in that vein. It's like, and a lot of those games were just like very fun forward, you know? Yeah. Like they didn't have to be these perfect things. And A Hat in Time really seems to strike that, where it's you can tell it's a budget game. Like you can tell it's a Kickstarter thing. But that doesn't fucking matter because it's just a lot of fun. Like it's got a lot of charm, it's got a lot of fun, and man, it's really, really good. And just the amount of level variety that it has.
It's so much.
Where it's like the first stage, like really fucking reminds me of that era where it's just you're open, you're just fucking collecting shit, but not in a way where Banjo-Kazooie is. It's like you're objective-based collecting things.
Yeah.
And
it's much more akin to like Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, it's like Mario Sunshine. And like this game takes so many cues from Mario Sunshine. Where even down to like some of the sounds where I swear to God they're straight out of Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, it's just like that like when people realize like, hey, it was like Sunshine had problems, but there's like a lot of great things.
But yeah.
So there's definitely a great game to pull inspiration from.
Totally. And like even down to like when you finish the levels, like there's like a little thing where like you know where the hourglass is going to spawn, so you can plan that and try to jump and get it before it actually spawns in, so you're saving time. So I imagine this will also be like an incredibly fun game to speedrun.
Oh yeah, they have like there are like little like nuances in the level design everywhere that like encourage speedrunning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
like there's like you know the stage in Spoopy World with the mansion.
Yeah,
we have to like do that survival horror shit.
Yeah, like
all right, there's a point where like right where you enter the mansion where you can just skip to the hourglass.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's just hidden.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
You can just skip to the hourglass and beat it in like a minute.
Yeah, because I remember I did that like literally like my first experience of this game was run down this road. I'm like, oh, but what's up here?
Yeah,
and then it brought me to the end of the fight, and I'm like, oh, cool. And I'm like, all right, I guess I didn't need to do all that introductory stuff. So, yeah, and it can do that thing where it's 3D, it's your 3D platformer, and it just switches up fucking immediately.
Yeah,
into a fucking movie parody thing.
There was an entire stage parodying Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah,
like,
it's crazy.
And it was really well. That was like probably the best stage in the game.
Yeah, and it was like really fucking incredible. It's crazy how quickly this game can change thematically and like keep up pace, and you're still having a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's really weird because I still haven't played this game yet, but I've heard a whole bunch of people talk about it.
Yeah,
and that was always like in my sort of like my early days of like trying to figure out what kind of game I wanted to make. I always wanted to make like a sort of like simple game that has like insane like thematic and like gameplay shifts, but keeps the same controls. And the way people describe it, I feel like that's actually what this game is. That's
it is
totally what this game is.
It's still a platformer, but it became a survival horror game for an hour.
Yeah,
like,
it's crazy.
I heard, I was like, fuck. Yeah. They got to it before.
Like, yeah, and like going into this game, I thought it was gonna be fucking terrible because like if you look at this game on paper, it doesn't look like anything particularly really special at all.
And all of the PR for it is of the starting world, which is like.
Which is just
it's like it's not bad, but it's like very much so a starting
which
world.
Honestly might just be like my favorite world in that whole game, just because of how much like what I've said earlier.
I just love the Mafia.
Yeah, like, they're just stupid.
you can't tell whether or not they're speaking in the first or third person, and it's really great.
Yeah. No, this game This game is really fucking something special.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's been a great year for fucking platformers. It's been a great year
really has.
for making old platformers. And like all different eras too. It's it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, now that you mention it.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that game.
It's so good.
What?
Yeah, I've just been playing more Warframe, getting more into the fishing system. I don't think I've touched like a normal.
You got me interested.
Yeah,
Tell me about
Warframe.
fishing.
Okay,
Okay,
you
sorry.
can.
I remember
Question
hearing
before.
about the fishing.
But before we get too in depth, are they like fish or are they like cool cyborg ninja fish?
They're
That's
like
important. That's important.
gnarly looking, radiation looking fish.
I like
fucking
that.
deep sea fish.
Yeah,
with, like the fucking
they look
whiskers
like
and shit.
they look like fucking some deep
Yeah,
sea
some like angler fish.
fish.
Ass motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like.
They look real gnarly. But yeah, Warframe week before last had its open world update, Plains of Eidolon. And I like it. I haven't killed an Eidolon yet because
That was my next question.
no, I haven't. Because every squad I've gone with is pretty much incompetent.
No.
I should probably use recruiting chat instead of just setting my thing to public because I want to avoid talking to people. But we learn. But yeah, the fishing, you have to do a couple of bounties to buy, because there's a fourth faction now.
A fishing faction.
Yeah, they're like a fishing people that live
Hell
on
yeah.
Earth.
Oh, okay.
My kind of people.
What do you guys do? It's like you just fucking
Yeah, they fish and they hunt, and they don't go out at night.
Is that where the Eidolons are?
Fishing done
Yeah,
by 5.
the Eidolons come out at night. I like that their day-night cycle is 100 minutes, 50 minutes, because it staggers it throughout the day. So you're not, if you play at the same time, it won't be the same thing always. So you have to get 500 standing to buy the first fishing spear. It's spear-based fishing.
Oh, okay.
That's perfect. I was just gonna say like. It's hard to picture just the cyborg ninja just like
Sitting down.
just kind of sitting there, just like maybe some of them look like serene. Maybe some of them are serene, but like throwing a fucking spear into the ocean is exactly.
Yep. So you have to do some of the new quests and stuff, not quests, bounties that they have just out in the world.
Okay.
Get 500 standing, get the rod, the spear, and then you go out and you throw it.
Cool.
Yeah, there's not much to it. Other than catching fish.
Okay. Yeah, tell me about the little mini game when you catch it. Is there a little mini game when you catch it, or you just have it?
You just have it.
Oh, so you can throw it at any time, or do you have to be like?
No, you have to see the fish. They have to spawn. You have to find it, and you have to aim to get it.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like theoretically like you could just be walking around town with like your swords and your your guns and stuff, and then you would also have the fishing spear like with you.
It's in your gear wheel, so you select it and you put all of your other weapons away and you just use the spear. You can use the spear as a weapon, but it's nowhere near effective.
I was like, I would just love to kill a boss. Throw the spear
when I'm
into his
walking
head.
around trying to find
you kill an Eidolon with the fucking fishing spear.
When I'm walking around trying to find places to fish, I'll come across animals that you can kill for materials, and I'll just use the spear on them. But yeah, it's good.
So what are Eidolons?
Eidolons are.
Maybe, okay. Okay, maybe less lore, more like, are they like big animals? Are they also cool cyborg ninjas?
They're not cyborg ninjas. They're big fucking aliens.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of cool themes with this thing.
Yeah, the themes are aliens, capitalists, mutated aliens.
Yeah.
Capitalists, yeah.
Mutated capitalist aliens.
Yeah.
Cyborg.
Yeah.
And fish.
And cyborg ninjas.
Cyborg Martian George Washington.
And fishermen. Yeah. Yeah, it's legit. I'm still trying to get the parts to build the glass frame, Gara. The new one released. And I have to do bounties to do it. And I think they fixed the system because they have a set area that it's active. The first time I did one of the bounties, it took us to this area and it did something on the very edge of it. So we all went there, and then it was like, oh, you're leaving. We're canceling this for you. And it was worth like 2,000 points or like a standing or something. So it was kind of upsetting, but I think they fixed it and they made that specific thing come in, like spawn in the area more. So, it's more Warframe.
Cool.
I'm looking forward to like having the whole thing be open world. I don't think they should totally do away with the like linear levels unless they can find something that will replace it.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it'd be cool to have a nice combination of, or just have both, because like
Yeah.
there is just a cool thing. It's like we came into the ship, you bust through the ceiling. And
Yeah.
Now you're in like the corridors and stuff.
For certain factions, it definitely works out better.
Yeah.
Probably, I think the only thing they should keep it for is the corpus, the robot capitalists.
Yeah.
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 And
And then
assholes, you can't headshot them.
yeah,
Fucking asshole.
you can with punch through. If you put punch through on your weapons,
Yeah.
yeah, you can headshot them. Or knocking off their helmet is pretty fun too.
Yeah.
But for Grenier and for Orican, I think the open world or like more open layouts would work a lot better. They also need to just get rid of nullifiers, fucking please. Or there's this thing, because nullifiers will make your Warframe's abilities just not work or stop instantly if you're using them, like if they're constantly active.
Yeah.
I've noticed that as a graphical thing, because they have this bubble that they produce. I've noticed as a graphical thing, they have like a thing on top of the bubble that does nothing if you shoot it. So if you shoot the bubble, it just goes down by little. If they made that thing on top, like you can totally disable it for a little bit, I think it would be a lot more bearable. And take them out of the void. Fucking please. The void. Yeah, that's where the Oregon are. They resurrect.
Those are like the ancient aliens.
Yeah, the ancient aliens. Yeah. But Grenier doesn't have that, and Corpus does. And then Infested have problems of their own, but yeah, that about sums up my Warframe experience. I really like the new cat skin that they have because it looks like a dragon cat. Because you can get companions in the game.
Yeah.
And they introduced cats in addition to the dogs. And now they have skins for both of them. So, yeah, what's up?
It's just like, we always talk about like, you could just make the game and then just give you just a dickload of cosmetics and it'll work. And like Warframe is you can buy the like Warframes and stuff, but it's like I guarantee you 90% of their money is just from like getting dogs and cats and shit.
Yeah.
And like it's like just looking cool is just so much.
You also have to buy color palettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Which
it's like nigga, I will drop $20 on some color palette. You give me color swaps. I will give you.
And then armor that you can put on top of your Warframe also costs
just cosmetics,
money.
man. Like you can do it just to do it.
Yeah. What else was it that costs money that I was going to talk about? Oh yeah, Prime access.
Yeah.
Because you get a dickload of platinum with it, and you get the newest Prime frame, all its weapons, and like affinity, like experience and money boosters.
Yeah.
So it's worth it if you have the money. I did it once and I didn't regret it. I regretted like how much money I spent on Warframe up to that point, but I didn't regret the Prime. So, do you have games you want to talk about? Anyone else?
Yeah, I got like 1.5 more things.
Okay. Finish it up.
Yeah, I'll do the half first. So I have been playing through more of Cuphead.
Yeah.
And I talked a lot about Cuphead 2 weeks ago, I think it was, because I was here last week. And I'm still really, really enjoying it. I have found one run and gun section that I really fucking loved. Let me look up the name of it, actually. It's in the third world. And,
Was it the like Mega Man 2 ass running gun?
God, that could be a lot of them.
That's pretty much what they are.
Yeah.
Stages.
Yeah, it was the Rugged Ridge one, towards the end.
Is that the one where you're being like chased by the Cyclops at the end?
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah,
That's when we're being chased by the Cyclops.
That's a really good. That's the one running gun I've played in that.
Yeah,
Cuphead.
you played the best one. Sorry.
Wait, did you just? You skipped all the other ones?
People were just playing Cuphead in the room, and I was like, "Oh, give me a controller."
Yeah.
And I just
I was like,
played through it.
is the running gun like one of the last running guns?
Yeah.
I guess you have experience in the genre.
Yeah. So yeah, I was having trouble with some boss fights in Cuphead. So it's like from 2 weeks ago. I think I said I was at the end of the first world. The end of the second world. The carnival
Dragon
fight.
Boy?
No, not the Dragon Boy. I had an easy time with the Dragon Boy. It was the carnival one that was giving me some fucking trouble.
Carnival, the clown on the roller
The
coaster.
clown on the roller coaster. That one was giving me some fucking trouble.
Yeah.
And Andrew let me in on a little secret with that game, and it's that the charge shot makes it a fucking joke.
Yeah, no, I'm really thankful. Because I usually don't check Fun Chat, but
Yeah.
I checked it that one time, and it was just him talking about it. I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
Because I totally would have bought Charge Shot because
Yeah.
I thought it would be good because
Yeah.
I'm familiar with the genre. And
Yeah.
Usually the Charge Shot is just a good choice because you have pockets of focus on dodging and then shoot for a ton of damage.
Yeah.
But it's way more than a ton of damage. That shit does so much.
For reference, Andrew told me the entirety of your super does like 108 damage or something.
I think he said 81 or
It was 81? Okay. So that makes it even
it's
worse.
like 81 or 87.
Yeah, it was like, one of those two. And for reference, a charge shot, fully charged, will do 52 damage. So that's like almost your entire super.
And you have to spend
on your primary.
You spend like a third of a boss fight charging your super.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you get 2 charge shots and you do more than a super.
Yeah.
So it's
like a little too strong.
Yeah.
But on the same token, it's helped me a lot with the fights that I just don't want to do.
Yeah.
So like it's a nice thing to fall back on. But like some of the most fun I've had in that game was just not using the charge shot. Like I keep going back to this level, and it's at the end of World 3. It's called man, I've been saying it, the Phantom Express. The Phantom Express. And you're just on a fucking train and you're killing ghosties. And I won't spoil like the main gimmick of that fight because like learning that main gimmick and learning how to control it and stuff like that is absolutely incredible. It is one of my favorite boss fights like fucking ever. Like just learning how to manage your resources while dodging before things come and fuck you up. It's just something special. Yeah. It took me like an hour or so just banging my head against that fight, and I was enjoying it.
Yeah.
Because there are definitely some fights in that game where I was like banging my head against it and I wasn't having fun. Like the robot, like there's the robot one. Dr. Call's robot. It's in the third world as well.
I only just got to the third world.
Yeah, and I'm playing that one and I'm like, this isn't fun. Like I'm dying, but I'm like, but this one isn't that fun.
Yeah.
But that seems to be like the only exception, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like
I love every boss fight so far.
Me too.
I love the the bird.
The bird. I think
the Ku Klux bird.
Oh my god.
That one was rough, but fuck man, that third stage when I first saw it, I just.
It's so good.
It's so
it tells
good.
a fucking story, and it's
so good.
Oh man.
It's just that game just makes me just smile nonstop.
Yeah.
I finally found the fourth barbershop dude.
I didn't even know you could find him. You can find him?
Yeah,
like
he's hidden. He's like behind like one of the houses or some shit. You have to like go around and back to it like behind the bush.
Okay.
And then they just give you like a break song. Like the song's all about like, oh, you've been struggling and now you're just chilling. It's just like. So you just like, everyone's like, I'm getting wrecked. I'm just going to talk to them. They're going to sing for me. And then I could just go take a dump or something and be serenaded by the barbershop quartet.
Yeah.
But, there's every boss fight. It's just like the transformations. Like you never know what to expect.
No.
It's just so creative. Like, I remember when we first saw Cuphead. Like, it's like, wow, what a cool art style.
Yeah.
Like, that was it.
Yeah.
But these guys, understand, like, that era. And they're so fucking creative. Like, every single thing in this game is just, like, inspired. And it's just, like...
Yeah.
You have to respect this game.
You have to.
It's just like, you can't just blow it off. It's just like, this is just... well made, like barring the glitches, but fuck, they don't have money. Like it, like well put together, just like oh my god, the fucking.
It's incredible. Like it just looks so. There's so much love and care put into this game.
Yeah.
And you can tell this is the game they wanted to make, and they fucking killed it.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
That being said, fuck the chart shop. But I heard apparently speed running, what they do is they have lobber and roundabout.
Yeah.
The two slow fire weapons.
Yeah.
And that you shoot and then you switch. You switch between them every shot, and it sort of resets. There's not like a lag thing, so you just like. And I was just like, that's nutty.
Yeah.
Like, I thought obviously you just use the charge shot to speed run, but no, it's
so
fucking
that's,
roundabout and lobber.
I don't even think I bought lobber.
Lobber is ironically really good for the Dragon Boy because
Okay.
he's always like over there.
Okay.
So you just kind of like jump and just like hit him with the lob shot. But yeah. No, yeah, it's a fantastic game.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah, fucking insane respect. I'm gonna try to finish it soon.
Yeah, me too.
And what?
Yeah. What's your other game?
Last game of South Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us.
So
Because I'm not planning on playing it.
okay, yeah, that's perfectly fair. Because you're not a big fan of South Park anyway, right?
No.
Yeah. So this new game, it takes on a new theme. In the other one, it was like fantasy
Lord
stuff.
of the Rings.
And the game even starts with fantasy stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, no, we're not playing that anymore. You fucking idiot. We're playing superheroes now.
Yeah, it was just
Yeah.
like Cartman was like, "Fuck, I'm not cool, so I
Yeah.
have to make a new game,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
can be cool again."
Yeah, exactly. So this game is not only thematically different, the combat is very different, and it's a tactics game.
Okay.
Like it is a grid-based tactics, turn-based thing,
Yeah.
and it's like really fucking cool. Where like, say like all of your attacks will hit certain patterns, and you try to match them up with all your enemies. I have gone to a point where you have like your direct shots and your AOE that do like very little amounts of damage.
Yeah.
I have opted for literally entirely AOE damage, and I try to line up to see how many shots I can get on as many enemies as I can.
Yeah.
And I've been having like a really good time with that.
What class did you pick?
Oh God! So they let you do
Bruiser.
3 classes.
Yeah, Blaster, Bruiser, and
I've been the Blaster, the Elementalist, and the
Bruiser.
no, not the Bruiser, because they open more classes up later.
Oh. I didn't
And
know
there's
that.
one where you can like build turrets and shit. And I've been doing that one.
Torbjorn class.
It's a Torbjorn class where you can
That's,
build
Tupperware.
Yeah, it's the Tupperware class.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I picked those 3, and it's just been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've just been watching my brother play, and every time I walk over, it's just like
Yeah.
just genuinely funny.
Yeah.
I fucking love Super Craig.
Yeah, Super Craig.
Super Craig is the best.
Yeah.
I've always liked Craig.
Yeah.
And Super Craig is,
Yeah, he's just Craig with an S on his chest.
and he just doesn't give a shit at all.
No, he does not want to. He doesn't want to play superheroes.
Oh, man.
But the South Park game is where the first one was like it focused on like seasons 1 to 12, like my prime of South Park. This one is focused a lot more on like 18 to 21 now. It's a lot more of the modern characters, a lot more of the modern jokes. So I stopped watching South Park a few years ago.
Yeah.
Because it was just getting too topical, a little bit too topical for my taste.
Yeah.
And I'm finding out I missed actually some pretty funny shit. Like I've missed some pretty funny characters and some pretty funny bits. And I'm learning that I'm like, oh, this has to be a show thing.
Yeah.
Because all of their stuff is derived from the show, obviously. So it's definitely making me want to go back and like try to fill in the gap of my South Park.
Yeah. Yeah, I also fell off, but that's just because I stopped watching TV.
Yeah.
It's not like a South Park specific thing.
Yeah.
I just don't watch television.
Yeah. I don't watch much television either, but like South Park was always something I
Yeah,
kept
time
up with.
for it.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm having a good time with it. I definitely preferred the first one more, although I like the combat in this one a lot better.
Yeah.
I think I just liked the awe of the first one more because it was like, this is fucking South Park.
Yeah, it was
Like-
the first time through. Like, this
Yeah,
game looks like South
Yeah.
Park.
And
It's
like
I'm playing the show.
and like all the little things where when you would come back from a menu, it would like make the back from a commercial break sound. I'm like, oh, this is great. And now like I know all that happened. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like a little of it is like, I've seen this before. I've done this before, but it's still managing to like keep and be pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm like practically done with it. I have so much fucking time, and I think I have like a couple hours left, so I'll update with that.
Okay. All right, we're gonna roll into questions. We have no announcements this week other than I'm posting giveaways. I'm queuing them up tomorrow or Wednesday. They'll be on the calendar on our website, and we're changing the way that works, starting with .hack. That's gonna be running for the entire month of November, starting the 3rd. So, and then Super Mario Odyssey opens Friday. And ends on the 2nd. We'll draw the winner on the 3rd of November. Game of the year is sometime in December, probably the last couple of weeks. That's it. That's all I got. So we had no questions on Twitter or Facebook. If Twitch chat wants to give us any, that would be cool. But I found a subreddit called Would You Take the Deal? So we're going to run through some of those.
Okay.
All right.
You become an extremely powerful shapeshifter, but the moment you change even a slightest part of yourself into something that isn't human, it can never be human again.
Would I be able to then shapeshift that into other non-human things? Theoretically, I would still be a shapeshifter. So
Yeah.
If I turn myself to a bear, I would then be able to turn myself into a dolphin. Just
Right.
never into a human.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can never turn it back into a human, but you can turn it into other stuff.
Yeah, so I could turn my hand into bear hands, and then turn my bear hands into like a flipper.
Yes, you could do that.
Oh man, I don't think. Ugh.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'd probably take
I would
it.
totally do that and like specifically like keep one part. So it would literally just be my arm. Like I would turn my arm into whatever I need it to be. So I'd only shapeshift that part of my body, and then shapeshift the rest of me as like, I don't know, Dakota Fanning.
Is Dakota Fanning not a human?
So if you turn to Dakota Fanning, I would still be able to turn back into myself.
Yes.
But if I turn to a bear, I would be unable
Oh,
to.
so you can just turn into whatever human you want?
Yeah.
That sounds like a good bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, I'd do that.
That's
I
it.
have no need to turn into like anything else. So
Yeah, I just turn into other humans just to prank people.
yeah,
I would turn to Mr. Disrespect.
Doctor disrespects. to you.
he's been through medical school.
Sorry.
Dr. Disrespect did not go through 8 years of medical school to be called Mr. Disrespect.
Sorry, I'm not fresh on the news. I just watched like a short compilation, and I like him now.
Yeah, I don't watch him very frequently, but he's
Yeah,
grown
me
on
neither.
me a lot. The more I've separated him and his character,
Yeah,
the more
better he
I've
gets.
realized that he's just a fucking character.
Yeah.
Like I'm starting to like him a little more.
Yeah. Let's see. You get a free stick of gum, but you must cut it up so that everybody gets some.
This one seems.
Yeah,
That's too much work for a
Yeah,
stick
no,
of gum.
fuck
Like I
fuck
cut
that.
it up. Like do they provide?
Like, what
the
if I get it in
value?
VGA? That's like 30 people I have to cut it
Yeah,
for.
it seems like a good bit, so I'd take it.
That depends. Is this gum LeBron's Lightning Lemonade? Because I haven't had that in a decade, and they stopped making it.
Yeah,
and
it's
I want
any-
it so
any type-
bad.
Any type of gum you want.
Yeah, I do it if it's LeBron's Lightning Lemonade.
Okay.
So like I wouldn't mind sharing gum because I'm not a big gum guy. So if
Okay.
I could get it and share it with people. But like if I have to cut it, then that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So I just won't take the deal.
Yeah,
No
can
deal.
someone else cut it?
Yeah.
No, you have to cut it.
Okay.
Okay.
No for all but Lightning Lemonade.
Okay.
Oh, that gum's something else, man.
You get a time machine, but Lee Harvey Oswald follows you throughout your adventures. You can choose whether it's an adult Oswald or a 12-year-old Oswald, the age at which he got into communism. He doesn't hurt you. He just follows you all the time and talks to you like you're friends.
What was the first part of this? Because I
love
like.
this. This is way better than all the other questions.
You get a time machine,
Okay.
but
yeah.
Lee Harvey Oswald follows you throughout your time adventures. The guy that shot
Yeah,
John F. Kennedy,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
He even follows you through time and
And
everything.
you can make them young.
Wait, so if he's following me.
He's a
your
copy
friend.
of the original Oswald, so you're not actually changing
fuck.
history by him being there.
Oh, okay. So
I'd still do it. I'd take
yeah.
the
But if you have a
12-year-old.
time machine, I could make Lee Harvey Oswald kill Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah.
Because he's my friend, and my friends, you know.
Kill for you.
Isn't that right, Dan?
What did you do?
We don't tell anybody, right, Dan?
Right.
This is a bit. Rather kill
Whoa.
See, I knew it was a bit until you said this is a bit.
Yeah.
Now I think it's real.
Yeah, Yep, definitely a bit.
Making it worse.
No, I don't want fucking Lee Harvey Oswald to follow
Well,
me.
okay, I'm gonna do a young Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yep,
maybe
me too.
Maybe he was a cool guy. Maybe like when
He was just
like
a shitty
20.
12-year-old. I've dealt with shitty 12-year-olds.
Yeah, but like, do you want to deal with one all the time?
Can I kill him? Because like
Oh, hold on.
He'll just go back in time and unkill himself.
no, but
No.
He'll not make you. He'll
yeah, I'll just
stop you from killing
a
him.
I mean, I would feel bad, so I guess I would have to kill.
But if you kill him and he travels back, he's now just dead in the past.
Okay, so
Like-
here's the thing. So I would have it be near the assassination point for him. That way, he's a bad enough dude for me to feel all right killing him. That way, I can just have the time machine for free. Deal. That being said, I will have to deal with having killed a person, which is not easy. But I think, I think I can get over it.
This is incredible.
It ruins submersion. Chess? Is that the right word you want to say there?
What?
Just said never say it's a bit. It ruins the submersion.
Yes. Is that how you kill?
You
Someone-
You submerge.
Someone commented on this and said, yo, what if I go back in time and change the past so that Lee Harvey Oswald was never born? And the person that posted the question just said he is pissed about that.
An amazing answer. I was expecting a. Oh no, this is a clone. It doesn't count. But no, he's. I like whoever made this question.
Yeah, it's real good.
You are just a beautiful person.
Next one. We have 3 more. You must chop off 2 of your limbs, but Bill Gates pays for you to get some kick-ass bionic replacements.
Oh. One of my arms, definitely my right arm.
Definitely both of my
right-
arms,
No,
yeah.
I'm keeping my left arm. I'll get rid of my right arm.
I would do both arms.
I would do both legs.
Yeah.
For real.
Oh, I do a leg.
Wait, yeah.
Fucking,
for-
it's like a run super fast, and then I could be like.
Fuck.
That being said, if we look at the wording of the question, it says you have to chop off your 2 limbs.
Oh, I have to.
That's the question. That's how I interpreted it.
Oh, okay, yeah. The bionics are linked to your nervous system to let you move and feel them like you would normal limbs. They do what normal limbs can do, plus they have the capacity to add attachments. Anything that could be normally controlled electronically and powered by a battery can be added to your bionics. Want to shoot lasers from your hands? Have hydraulic in your feet to jump a little higher? A little computer in your elbow? Remember that you must also attach a sufficiently powerful battery to power the limbs, as your nervous system probably doesn't provide enough. To get
a kick-ass backpack.
To get these things, all you have to do is slice off 2 of your own limbs. Could be 2 arms, 2 legs, or 1 of each. You can choose what you cut them off with. No anesthesia or anything.
Yeah, see, I knew it.
I'd probably still do it.
I don't think. I feel like I'd die of shock.
Yeah,
I feel like
I
I'd just
feel
die
like I
of
would
pain,
too.
right?
Yeah.
If I had to
you
cut
don't
them
die
off
of
myself,
shock. You just you enter shock and it's like, fuck, I can't do anything because I'm in shock, and then you die.
Yeah.
like, so you would die in shock.
Yeah.
You would die while in shock.
Yeah, no, that's not worth it. I'd fucking die.
Yeah, I know.
I think
I don't know. Like,
the no
okay,
anesthesia thing is what gets me.
Yeah, no. Here's what you do. You go to the doctor and you say, "Hey, doc, I'm gonna chop my arms off." It's like, you probably shouldn't do that. Like, it's tough.
Too bad it's not your life.
Wow, that hurts.
If you could choose what to cut them off with, I would choose a fully functional surgical team. No anesthesia. No anesthesia? That's fine. Local anesthetic, please.
That's true.
I would choose a 1,000 degree knife.
So it cauterizes the wound.
Yeah, fuck no.
No.
Deal. As much as
Yeah.
I would love robotic body parts, there's no way in hell.
If-
Bro,
if-
I can't even no.
Yeah, no, I like.
Can't even
I'd
go
wear,
with
I'd wear
witty
the
joke
battery in
here.
a sick fanny pack,
like
and
so-
it would be my arms. I'd be ambidextrous.
If
I'd
I-
be fucking strong.
If it was like undergo surgery, take
Yeah,
some
or if-
painkillers.
Yeah, if it was
I-
like
if-
that, I'd do it.
If it was, I got in
But-
an accident and Bill Gates found me on the side of the road and was like,
We can fix her. We have the technology.
he cradled me in his old brittle arms. Said, "I'm giving you new limbs."
That's his catchphrase.
I'm giving you new limbs. That's how we made Watson. He looked at the computer on his desk and said, "I'm giving you new limbs." I don't think IBM and Microsoft are the same company. Anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna make a joke involving Wozniak, and I was like, wait, fuck.
Next
He's
question.
that other guy's henchman.
Next question. You become a 10 out of 10 in terms of attractiveness, but you have to always act and dress like a pirate.
Yes. There's no downside.
I'd be the best Twitch streamer. Like,
Oh my
bar
God.
none. Dr. Respect ain't got shit on pirates.
Oh man. I mean, okay.
Like, compared to what you have now, you would be a 10 out of 10 in attractiveness. Call me conceited, but I'd keep my face.
Okay. Okay. I would say yes, but I would probably have a much more reserved pirate as a sort of like, as my sort of. I'm not gonna be Yar Hard Fiddly D.
I'm absolutely gonna be your hard fiddly D.
I would be 10 out of 10 like cold-blooded like pirate type probably, just so I can like not be a fucking weirdo all the time. Because it's like as much as like I'm pretty weird now, but it's like pirates are so dumb. They're just really fucking dumb.
No, I'd keep what I got.
Yeah. I would keep what I got in my current state, but say if I were like married 100% of the time. Like if I like I can't imagine pirates are very desirable. Like like let's be honest.
Okay, maybe it's just like a whole bunch of other people who have accepted this deal. There's a whole bunch of like sexy single pirate ladies. And you're together like it's like the deal. I took the deal, did you?
And you have parrots as pets.
I
want a parent.
You have parents.
Just imagine like Thanksgiving or like Christmas. And it's just like you have to go home. And you're there with your parents, and you're just like
My parents
you
have
got
seen
your
me
fucking
through
peg leg and
worse
your hook.
phases.
So like not right now, but like when I'm 40, come talk to me.
This guy on Reddit is gonna find you and be like, the contract.
He's like, we have plastic surgeons on by.
No.
We could permanently change your vocal cords. So that
No need. I'll do a little grainy voice or something.
And then finally, you discover magic, but must discover and research all disciplines before using it, perhaps at the cost of even your sanity.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, no hesitation,
Fuck
I'd do it.
I
think
there's
so,
nothing
yeah.
I want more than anything supernatural ever. Like I would take any superpower. It could be the control of boxes and things inside them. I would take anything. I like ever since I've been a kid, I've just been like
Someday.
telekinesis. One day where I'll be like, fucking come here, man. One of these days, I'm just gonna like blow up a school, like accidentally. Like, fuck.
And you'll also have to deal with the burden of taking a life,
Yeah,
Many.
which isn't easy.
which is not easy.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Yeah, I'd
Fuck
do it.
dude, that's like my
We can
dream.
form a research team.
Yeah, we'll
We'll all go insane.
we'll create the first arcane university.
Oh,
It'll
shit.
be amazing.
Sounds great.
Yes,
Sounds like a great deal.
I'll make it a fucking amazing wizard.
I don't know if I would, but I'd have fun with tomes.
I'm exactly like I have the proper build. I have really high intelligence, really low wisdom. I'm the perfect fucking wizard.
I can't wait to talk to Cthulhu. I can't wait for Cthulhu to hit up my cell phone.
I wouldn't want that kind of magic. I just want cool shoot things from my hands magic.
That's how you get cool
I mean,
shoot things from your
then you
hand
would study
magic.
the school of evocation, but there
Yeah.
are many other disciplines.
I definitely want shoot
Greg got
things.
into D&D just for a second there. It overtook him, didn't you see?
Yeah,
Yes.
it did. The eye thing and everything.
That's going to do it for us here on the Lifecast today. Oh, shit. We managed to keep around an hour 15.
Woo! It felt a lot longer than that.
Only
honestly.
an hour.
Yeah,
and
we
5
talked about
minutes of
games
that
for
were
an
games.
hour.
Yeah,
So,
it was good though. We had good game discussions.
yeah, we did.
I hope.
And these questions did not get very weird, so. Except for
Damn.
maybe the arm cutting one.
I didn't get very weird.
Okay.
Yeah, murder.
But when they get weird, it's fun.
Not in this household, Greg. All right. We'll be back next week with episode 86. Thank you for downloading. If you're listening on Twitch, you can find this podcast on Google Play, iTunes, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah.
We're registered pretty much everywhere. You can also find our RSS on our website if you do that. Yeah, we're going to go now. Bye.
Our fighters' night.